Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Steins Gate 0, which is on episode 10. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty cool, not too bad. Don't know what's really bound to happen, but one thing for sure, that ending right there is already considered to be very dangerous. So if anything else, let's go. We had to it that, of course, Maho-chan is looking at Kurisu's laptop and remembers a couple words from Kurisu herself about like Mozart whatsoever, Amadeus, and then some other guy, something about like death. If you die, you can't listen or something. And Kurisu actually took some sincerity about that quote or line he said. And eventually we have to it that Maho ends up having to go to some kind of locker whatsoever to like put something in there possibly, and ends up visiting the professor, and Amadeus seems to be okay and back online. And as for some other things that's a little like dangerous and tense, we have to it that Maho ends up having to clean the apartment with the help of Moeka, Mayuri-chan, and Naya-chan, which she becomes sergeant cleaner whatsoever. And there was a scene after that, the cleaning, etc., even with Daru being a little like perverted here and there, which I can't really blame him for. We have to it that Okabe and Maho end up having to hang out and talk for a bit. But we see to it that Amadeus Kurisu talks to Okabe, saying how you're doing here and there. I thought Okabe would just really want to stop being the tester to talk to Amadeus Kurisu, because we do remember that Kurisu in the other timeline, when before Okabe went back to his original timeline, which he's at right now, to forget about her. But I guess I guess the one way how to move forward is to do this and that, I guess. But I don't know what he's really thinking. Anyways, as for Feris-chan, she ends up having a girls' night out with Kiryu Moeka and Maho-chan. Of course, like Kiryu Moeka, my dear lord, she is one hot lady. Even though I know much about her very well. All you Steins Gate visual novel players, or up to the point of watching the anime of the original Steins Gate to this point right now, etc., you would understand why. But stinking hot. Alright, enough of me being perverted here and there and stupid. Next day, we have to it that Maho ends up hanging out with Okabe at some parts compartment shop involving electronics, motherboards, or computer parts, however you want to call it. And of course, like Maho tries to grab some kind of toy from the claw machine, because like we have to it that it reminds her of Kurisu so much, because Kurisu actually had that thing collected in her room, and her mother used to have one of those, but it got burnt down in the fire, and Maho wants to like grab that thing before she returns to America and give it to Makise Kurisu's mother, etc., you know? And of course, things kind of gotten a little like tense when it comes to like going to going to the building where Makise Kurisu was murdered. And this is where it gotten really, really dangerous, a little dangerous for me in my eyes, because an empty building with no lights and etc. is really dangerous. You could really get attacked right there, and no one's gonna find out what the hell happened, you know. But aside from that, Maho wanted to ask Okabe about why you know so much about Makise Kurisu. Why is it that you love her so much or something, or care about her? I mean, did you just visit her at her seminar and that's it? Of course, Okabe would not talk about it, but Maho says, okay, if you don't, I have no right to pry in. But she also decides to tell Okabe about like a Makise Kurisu's notebook, as known to be Makise Kurisu's legacy. And we have to it that like I think the reason why that thief wanted to break into my hotel room was to steal that thing. And we have to it that Okabe is like, where the hell is it now? And Maho's like, well, I'm having some trustworthy analytical source to try to crack open her notebook or laptop or something. And we have to it that Okabe's like, no, you're supposed not to open that. That thing is Pandora's box. I told you already, right? That Russia and America are testing out time machines. If that thing is open and the data is released, there's going to be a whole lot of people fighting over that thing, and that's when World War III is going to start. That thing is not supposed to be open, etc. And we have to it that Maho's like, what are you talking about, World War III? I'm thinking in my mind, oh my lord, if Okabe ever actually told you, that's if I have a feeling he ever told her, you will understand the situation here that two countries are trying to create a time machine. And if any of them gets anyone finds out about that data being released, they're gonna fight over it to the death, and that's when World War III is gonna start. That's what Okabe's trying to tell her, but she just went into like all in shock right now. I'm thinking in my mind, you fool, you just literally gave the notebook or computer whatsoever for someone to open it, then possibly go through the files and freaking like whatchamacallit, ding ding ding, oh I found it, let's release it, let's use it. Oh, a lot of people are gonna die. Billions, if I have to say. So yeah, call me crazy, but you know what Okabe said is pretty much right, possibly, because time machines have been like a thing in Steins Gate so much that if they try to create one, there might be a possibility of changing reality entirely. But yeah. So yeah, Pandora's box is about to be open, and guaranteed, once that data is released, prepare for World War III, everybody. Blood, guns, the smell of death is right on upon us. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha0 people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!